Hello, welcome back to my channel. Man City is going to play against Chelsea. We've recently bottled a game against PSG and against Brentford, but we've got new signings coming in here, so what do I expect for this game? Well, let me just say, let me cook. Let me cook. As I show you this. Let me cook. Hear me out. So, what is this atrocity? This is basically our squad with available players. That doesn't mean fit players. I'm not sure what Savio's condition is. I know for a fact that Stones is injured. I'm not sure what Diaz is at either. But this is the available players. We've got our defenders. Well, you should be here. We've got our defenders. We've got people who can play defense or midfield. We've got midfielders. People who can play wing or midfield. Wingers, striker. So, Haaland, I don't think anyone will argue with me that Haaland will or won't start. He's starting. What I do think will happen is Foden and Savio playing if Savio is fit. If Savio is fit, I think we resort to this because it has been working. And here's the thing, right? Savio went off in the 45th minute, so half time. I'm not sure if that's because of an injury or if that's because of tactical changes, but he did get substituted at half time, so that's why I even bring it up. Otherwise, we might see something different on the wing. It's not quite sure what that would be. But I think that this will work. The front three has not been our problem so far in big games. We've had misses from Savio, from Foden, from Haaland, but that has not been the main problem. The main problem has been midfield. And I think we might see a wild midfield here. I think Marmoush will play. I do think Marmoush will play. But I also think De Bruyne will play. So that would be two attacking midfielders. And here is what I am thinking that might happen. You have Marmoush and De Bruyne. And then you have Kovacic. And De Bruyne will sit a bit deeper. I think De Bruyne will sit a bit deeper. Play passes from far. Play passes from deep. Playmaking from deep, basically. Use less of his energy. Gundogan and Bernardo Silva, I reckon, will be on the bench. So Stones, I don't think will start either, because, again, his injury situation is dubious at best. Then for the back four, I mean, it's very difficult to tell you what I think will happen. What I'm sure will happen is Gvardiol will start and Akanji will start. Whether Nunez starts, whether GSP, Reis, Kusanov, Diaz starts, honestly, I can't tell you. I can't tell you. I just know that these three will start. And whatever other, let's say Kusanov. Let's just go for argument's sake. Let's say Kusanov. There you go. Whatever the case, yeah, we should still be quite comfortable. Because the problem that Man City has had is we take leads against PSG, against Brentford, but we can't hold on to them. Why can't we hold on to them? So people have different arguments. I have come to the conclusion that the problem is age. Old players in midfield who can do a job for 20, 30, 50 minutes. But you reach that 60 minutes, 70 minutes, they're done. They are done. So, what happens then? You collapse. Your midfield can no longer run. Which is why it's actually possible that we see the entire exact same midfield that we saw against PSG play. But hear me out. Let's say we have Bernardo Silva play again. Let's say we get a 1-goal lead. We're 1-0 up after 60 minutes. De Bruyne comes off. Marmoush comes on. Putting energy on the pitch. Silva comes off. McAtee comes on. Kovacic comes off for, I don't know, Ederson. There you go, beautiful. Beautiful. Kovacic comes off with Ederson. And we have some energy in that midfield. So what I think we might see, I'm not sure, but I think we might see just trying to put energy into midfield. Our problem has been we can get leads, we can't hold on to leads. We need to be comfortable in midfield. If Pep Guardiola is convinced that his Bernardo Silva, Kovacic and De Bruyne midfield works, fair enough. We've gotten 2-0 leads twice with that midfield. But clearly, their age catches up. They can't play a full 90. None of them. Not one of those three can play a full 90. So we need to substitute them off. Not for Gundogan, by the way. This guy might as well not be here. So, is that a good strategy? I'm not quite sure, but I think if we can do this, if we can get energy in this midfield, that may stop us from giving away the lead. We played good. We didn't play good against PSG, but we played good against Brentford until, I want to say, the 60th minute. Against PSG, first half was horrible, I know. Second half, we played good until about the 60th minute again. And then it collapsed. It seems like 1 hour is just too much for these players, for these midfielders, and they crumble. I don't know if you guys will agree with me on that, but I think we need to just rejuvenate midfield here. Maybe O'Reilly starting instead of Bernardo Silva. Maybe put some energy in that midfield another way, but it has to be energy there. Because if we're going to win against Chelsea, who is better than Brentford, by the way, is better than PSG, we're gonna need that midfield to hold on to our lead. Even if that is a 1-goal lead, we will need to hold on to it. The back four is not a problem. People find it very easy to blame the back four, but the truth is, when chance after chance after chance has to be dealt with, you're gonna get a tired mistake. That back four is not meant to take 20 chances going forwards, because 20 times they go forwards, there will be at least once when Chelsea figured out how to pass through that defense. And that may very well lead to a goal. So midfield needs to protect the defense. Anything that goes through defense, through midfield, defense can deal with. But there is a limit. There is a limit. And this midfield needs to protect that defense. We need to make sure we also play in a bit more of a mid-block. No high block or high line. No low block, because then we won't score. Maybe we will. Maybe Jose Mourinho, but that's not Pep. We need to play in a mid-block, in my opinion. Like we did against Bayern München. We did not have the possession. We did not have the most corners or whatever. We had the most goals. We scored 3 at the Etihad. We scored 1. It was 1-1 at Munich. So just having possession is meaningless. It really doesn't mean anything. Even Pep knew that when he decided to play in a mid-block against Bayern München, and let Bayern München have the ball. When we had less possession than Bayern München and destroyed them. We need to see that Man City back, I think. Seeing that Man City back, bro, you guys know. Maybe this is biased. You guys know, if you watch my channel, I prefer solid defensive football over I'm gonna go attack and go all over the place attacking football. Why do I prefer that? Because that's what I grew up on. I watched Michel Preud'homme when Club Brugge, the shirt on the back did, our first cup and our first league title in my lifetime. I saw a cup when I was like 4 years old. Doesn't really count, does it? But first that I can clearly remember was defensive football. Pellegrini, Mancini. It's not defensive football, but it's not as attacking as Pep. It was more reasonable. And I feel like Pep, in the treble season, was more defensive. Again, I'm not saying he was playing in a deep block and all of that, but there was a solid defensive structure. I want to see that back here. I think that's how we beat Chelsea, and we have to move forwards, because mentally, these players are getting tired. These players are doubting themselves. We bottled it here, we bottled it there. We did it again. The new signings coming in. I'm supposed to fix that? Can I fix that? Me? I'm not sure if I can fix this. Can I deal with this attacker 4 or 5 times when midfield doesn't cover him? I'm not sure I can. That's what these new signings are thinking. So we need to protect these new signings as well. If they come into the Premier League and the first 3-4 games they play, which are tough games by the way, we draw or lose all of them, what is that going to do for the new signings, their mentality? That's going to be terrible for them. They're going to be like, oh fuck, I'm not good enough for this league. That's what they'll think, I'm not good enough for this league. Even if they don't say it, that is what they will be thinking. Even if they don't believe that that's what they're thinking, somewhere in their mind they will have that doubt. So we really do need to start winning games here. And just for me as well, I'm tired. I'm tired, boss, you know, bruv. So it's there is no point in worrying about Club Brugge here. Club Brugge, if you don't know, by the way, because I get a lot of this bullshit, Manchester is where my family is from. Club Brugge is where I was born and raised, for those who don't know. But that's besides the point. There is no point in playing against Brugge with a full-strength team. We are not winning the Champions League, are we now? I mean, let's be honest. We're not winning that as a competition. Focus on the league. Focus on top 4 on an FA Cup. Throw the game against Club Brugge. Put out a full B team. You know why? Because if we drop points against Club Brugge, playing a full strength lineup, which is possible because this is a very good Club Brugge side, then mentally, what is that going to do for Man City? Oh, we did it again. But if we lose against Club Brugge here, but it's our B team, it's our team, we didn't really try, who cares, we threw the game away. It's very different mentally. And if we win it with our B team, C team, whatever you call it, then that's like, our C team was good enough to get into the next stage of Europe. So mentally, it's just way better to play a B or a C team. Financially, it's worse for Man City. But are we gonna get ourselves here and say financially it's a problem right now? Are we going you need to be realistic, right? This is the difference between tacticians and strategicians. A tactician can win a battle, a strategician will win a war. Famous example, by the way, Scipio Africanus against Hannibal Barca. Hannibal Barca, great tactician, could not win the war. Just an example there. So we need to be strategists here. We need to look at the bigger picture. If we go through in the Champions League, that will make it more difficult for us to get top 4, because we'll be playing more games. It will make it more difficult for the new signings to sink in, because they'll play more and be more tired. I don't want to drop any competitions. I never want to drop a competition. But we don't deserve it. Blatantly, we do not deserve it. Just focus on the league, I would say. Chelsea, throw everything at it. Club Brugge, throw the game away. Arsenal, throw everything at it. Who do we play in the FA Cup? Wasn't it like Leyton Orient or something? Let me check this. Yes, Leyton Orient in the FA Cup. Throw everything at it. Well, maybe not everything. We should be able to beat them with a bit of a rested team, but go in against Leyton Orient. Throw everything against Newcastle. If we can get out playing Chelsea, Arsenal, Newcastle and Liverpool, and we can get 7 points out of that, if we can get 7 points out of that, let's say maybe even 10 points, or 8 points if you want to be very greedy. 2 wins, 2 draws. That would be immense. And then Tottenham. Get a win against them. By playing a mid-block, by the way, again, because we'll need to play a bit more defensively again to beat them. That will be so immense for our confidence as a team. But also for me, because here is another thing. I get a lot of comments. Recently I got another comment by some idiots. Oh, you just do all this negative stuff for clicks and views. I lose subscribers every time I make a negative video about Pep Guardiola. Every single day that I make a video about Pep Guardiola, it's whatever, I lose subscribers. I just say my honest opinion. If I wanted clicks and views, yeah, I would not talk negatively about Man City. But Man City is fucking dog shit right now. So I just say the truth, isn't it? If Man City can start winning again, that will be better for my channel. That will be better for my channel. Like you idiots think I want to lose subscribers by talking negatively about Pep? No, I just say my honest opinion. And each time I do, I lose a subscriber or 2. It happens every single time. But it's my fucking honest opinion. I'm not doing it for clicks and views. If I was, I would be an Arsenal fan and I would be sucking off Arsenal. That's gonna get you a lot of views. If you want to start up a YouTube channel, by the way, and you don't have any morality, you don't care about being honest, Be an Arsenal fan. Suck off Arsenal. Call out Lee Gunner. Do those 3 things. You'll fly. You'll fly views-wise. But anyhow, that's it for me. Thank you for watching till the end. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Helps out a ton. Help me get to 1,000 by the end of the season. I'm not sure if it's realistic again, but help me get there. That will be wonderful. And I'll see you guys on the next one.